don't like horror movies. I just don't like them. I just don't understand the point of going out of your way to watch a film that has the possible chance of giving you nightmares and the feeling of something or someone will always be watching you. The last two horror movies I watched was the recent Final Destination movie that I had watched with my partner, which I thought was pretty fun overall. Then the last horror movie that I watched was the It movie that came out in 2017. That was 8 years ago. I went to go watch a movie with some friends, and the movie was so terrifying to me that within every time that I had witnessed a jump scare, I went scrolling on my phone, and my friends would constantly call me out for it. Like, shut up, it was the first time that I'd ever watched a horror movie. Just leave me be! But I was asked by a subscriber of mine to help review this movie, and while I'm not really a fan of horror movies, I have to be the man for the people. So, hello everyone! My name is Slender, and for today's Halloween special, I have no hope in this video really being uploaded near Halloween time. Videos take time to make, so let's just be grateful that we're here. Because we're going to be watching the 2018 film known as Slenderman. Also, big disclaimer, if you see many of the scenes looking blurry as hell, that's just because I had to increase the movie's brightness by a lot, because holy moly is most of this movie dark as hell and hard for anyone to see. So yeah, hope you understand. The movie begins in our high school where we meet our main characters of Katie and Haley, who are busy watching a cat video.
It'd be so much cuter if you were wearing little shoes. It'd be cuter if he exploded at the end. Meow.
Okay. And so Katie and Haley tag along with their friends of Chloe and whoa. Pause the show. Wait, what? Kowalski analysis. Is that? No.
Screw you all, you guys suck!
No! It's really her! This girl? I'm back to reviewing this girl again? This is my 5th movie talking about her! Oh my gosh, it's okay. Stay strong. You got this. Well, folks, seems like we found our very first jump scare of the film.
Hey, Kyle. So, what's the big secret?
I mean, I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
What is this dialogue? So Katie and Haley are having dinner at Haley's house. Oh my gosh! So sorry, I'm just trying to get used to her. So the girls get together and Chloe reveals to the group that the guys at their school are together to try and potentially summon Slenderman. And they manage to find a forum talking about the urban legend, and that's where they find a video regarding on how to summon him. And whoa, look at the imagery! So the girls look to be stunned by what they just saw and they just go to bed. But it seems that Holly's awoken in a dream to where she is walking in a foggy forest, and then all of a sudden, her face just begins to melt. Sure. Okay. And she ends up waking up from it. We didn't see the gang go on a school field trip, but that's when Holly opens up the conversation on if anyone had potential nightmares last night. Ren, I forgot to mention her name, briefly mentions that she went through such an event herself. But Katie slowly stops herself while the group walks away, and now it seems that she's gone missing. Wow, her friends seem really awful to have them lose their own friend that easily. So Haley's in her room with her sister, but that's when she hears a knock on her door, but she doesn't hear if it's her parents coming home. So Haley, with the survival instincts of a brick, proceeds to check what's happening downstairs while all the lights are off. Are you just asking for trouble? So Haley runs away from the appearance of Slenderman, locking her door up until her room is continuously being banged on. When Haley opens the door, she gets greeted by Katie's dad looking for her, and when Haley gives her no answers, the dad immediately goes in to attack her, but Haley manages to escape and the dad later gets arrested. So this dad just casually walked into someone else's home, trespass and all, with nobody to stop him for what he was about to do? Wow, this family's survival instincts generally suck here. So the girls sneak into Katie's house to find some clues, and they even find her laptop and even some drawings she made, clearly showing that she's standing the child abductor. They see some videos she watched regarding Slenderman sightings, and oh my gosh, I think they're more poorly edited than my videos.
What even is this? That's just a normal dude's hands.
The girls even find a conversation Katie was having with this internet user regarding her experience with Slenderman, and hilariously enough, Katie was nice enough to provide proof of her meeting Slenderman, but like, how the hell did she find the time to post it? Especially that she's in a forest. Forests give out the worst signals, so like, was Slenderman nice enough to help Katie find some signal to send a video before kidnapping her? He sounds awfully generous. But later Ren went out of her way to message the person Katie spoke to on the website. Ren would tell the news to her friends, and while they're in discussion of this potential monster that's kidnapped their friend and is currently watching over them, Haley, on the other hand, is trying so hard not to laugh. Seems like she's not even taking this movie seriously. And Ren says that the online user told her that the best way to get in contact with Slenderman and possibly see Katie again is if they give Slenderman items that are personal to them. Okay. So many red flags are just being thrown here. First of all, why are we trusting a random internet user over this? Secondly, why would someone or it want to kidnap someone in the ransom of personal items? Why the hell would Slenderman care for that? That is like the worst kidnapping idea I've ever heard if true.
So they go into this forest, throwing away their personal items, and now the next task that they have to endure is
blindfolding themselves. I guess we're now entering Bird Box territory. But Chloe starts feeling too scared to do this and takes out her blindfold and sees the visuals of Slenderman watching over her. So Chloe runs away in horror, but then she gets stopped by who else but Slenderman. But the girls later find Chloe again, but it seems that she had lost her shoe. The visual of just trying to understand Slenderman mugging someone's shoe. What a monster! So the girls go home, but Chloe gets a call from an unknown number, seemingly recording their point of view watching over Chloe's house. Sorry, I'm so sorry, but I just gotta mention, but the concept of Slenderman holding an iPhone to FaceTime someone. Is that concept not hilarious to you? The greatest urban legend, the greatest creepypasta ever told in history is scaring kids by holding out his iPhone and watching over their house. We're making Slenderman less like a monster and more just like a creep. The caller gets inside her house, so Chloe tries to lock herself in her room, but whoop-de-doo, Slenderman catches her behind, trying to choke her out, but Chloe can see through the reflection that she is busy choking herself out. Sorry. I just had to. Haley would then get approached by a classmate named Tom to go and do something for the night, but then as Haley agrees, she overhears and sees Slenderman. All really bad CGI and all. Ren would then go to the library to further research on Slenderman. Oh my gosh, it's a person. It was just a person. What was the use of the jump scare noise for that? She tries calling Haley, but then her phone responds with an eerie noise and the lights go out. She would then get confronted by Slenderman, so much to the point where she falls down and can't get up. So sorry, just a moment. Where was this movie made? And we're still doing this trope? So Slenderman approaches her and gives her this whole mask. So Ren panics, but the illusion stops when she trips over someone. So Ren goes with Haley to check up on Chloe, and Chloe is then possessed, I guess. She's been gone from school for days due to a condition. I'm surprised her parents have barely given a damn to call a specialist to check up on her. So Haley, seeing Chloe deranged and messed up, thinks to herself, yeah, I'm kinda done now. And Ren's like, what? And Haley is just like, yeah, maybe the kidnapper is just some 50-year-old in his basement messaging kids. What? Did you not see Chloe's position?
Yeah, I do. In fact, I have a real-life date with real-life Tom tonight. In real life.
Your friend got kidnapped and your friend got screwed up in your very own eyes. What do you mean, go play real life? And also, to repeat the line again,
I have a real-life date with real-life Tom tonight. In real life.
That is an awful line coming from a very awful actress right now. How are you somehow a more awful actor than the person you're sharing dialogue with? That is some sort of talent that only this movie can pull off. So Haley gets to Tom's house and reveals that they're all home alone, so of course they try doing the dirty. But Haley ends up stopping the motion when she hears some eerie sounds, and this leads to one of the funniest jump scares of this entire movie.
Hey, come here.
Scare our audience. I don't know, why not just get a character just casually tweak out? That'll get him. Like, no, what is this? Like, seriously, what was the budget for this movie? Oh, that makes sense. So Tom finds what's really freaking Haley off, but Haley begs Tom not to watch it whatsoever, to which Tom agrees. But later as they get to class, Haley can see Tom slowly tweaking out a little bit more. And we never find any more info regarding this character. We can tell that he ended up watching those Slenderman videos, but we hear nothing from him afterwards. Great movie, guys. Great movie.
Well, whoop-de-doo, I guess he did have some purpose. Hola everyone, Editor Nando here. So apparently from what I've gathered, many major things were supposed to happen in this film, but it all got cut and released. Examples like Tom ending his own life off the school building and Chloe ending her life too. And trigger warning, this next part covers a real life incident involving an attempted murder, so if you'd rather skip it, here's the timestamp on screen. But it was all apparently cut as the movie studio was scared of the backlash they would get from fans, as they were called up by the father of one of the daughters that caused the real-life Slenderman incident in 2014, in which two 12-year-old girls took their classmate to a forest and brutally stabbed her 19 times, all because they wanted to prove that Slenderman was real. Thankfully, she survived. But the father went on to call the film extremely distasteful. But now I gotta ask, if the movie studio was genuinely worried about the backlash they get from this movie, then why the hell did they make it in the first place?
Haley would try reaching out to the user that spoke to Katie, but the user was terminated. But as Haley searches for more clues, she begins to hear Katie's voice outside. So like an idiot, she tries looking for her through the forest alone, because that worked so well last time. She sees Kate but loses her instantly, but Haley would then get watched over by Slenderman, which freaks her out and leaves her to start hiding behind a tree. But then Slenderman would easily catch her and do this freaking Five Nights at Freddy's ass jumpscare animation. It looks really dumb. So Haley would wake up and go to the bathroom to recover, but then suddenly her stomach grows big and tentacles come out. I'm so puzzled by Slenderman's intentions here. But afterwards, Haley's sister would get a panic attack and would immediately need to get hospitalized. Haley would continue to see some more hallucinations, and then it gets to a tipping point where I'm just like, okay, this movie has just lost the plot. What is even happening? What the hell is this? Who approved of this? Can you just tell this was a $10 million budget? So Haley checks on her sister's laptop to discover that she and Ren were trying to contact Slenderman. Feeling pissed off, she goes to Ren's house to confront him, but would find Ren by a window as she just wants to end it all. But Haley would save her in just the nick of time. Slenderman would call Ren on FaceTime, and again, the visuals of an urban legend calling their victim through FaceTime, and Slenderman kidnaps Ren with his tentacles. So Haley goes to the forest to confront Slenderman, begging him to just take her. You think this means she's just sparing her life to him, but then Slenderman would immediately respond by growing his tentacle legs, and then Haley would just fall for her plan in record time as she tries to run away from him. But Slenderman stops her, dragging Haley down and practically sucking her into the tree. Okay, and that was Slenderman. That was an odd film with odd dialogue, some questionable ass visual effects, and some hilarious scenes made when I don't even think they were intentional to be even funny. Of course, I'd say some of the jump scares got me because womp womp, I'm still not used to horror movies because I just don't watch them, so of course I'm just not used to them. I can see the criticism as to why it's rated so poorly. This movie really fits the category of being so bad that it's funny, because that's really what it felt like. If you guys have any movies that you'd like me to watch, comment them down below. If you suggest any more horror films, don't worry, I'll make sure to ignore all of them. But that's all that I have for you folks. Please subscribe right now and put notifications on, as we're just one subscriber away from 80 subs. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao!